go grab all of your yarn because today's video is all about making fun crafts with them. So for this craft, you're going to need plain white copy paper, whatever yarn color you want, a pipe cleaner, as well as a marker and a coloring pencil, specifically in the brown tone. I'm going to use the hot glue gun, a ruler, as well as a pair of scissors. We're going to begin by coloring the entire page using my coloring pencil. But again, you can use your brown crayon if you'd like. We don't need to do it heavy. We just want to do it lightly, coloring from the bottom to the top. Once that's colored in, you can then take your brown marker and your ruler and just start making diagonal lines, leaving about, about a half an inch in between, give or take. Now my marker was losing its ink, so I had to switch to my coloring pencil and it worked really well. So use whatever you have on hand. Then once we have all those lines all the way down, we're going to make opposite diagonal lines to create the shape of little tiny squares going sideways. Now we are going to roll the paper into a cone shape, and once you have it nicely pointed in the corner, just add a little bit of hot glue or whatever glue you have on hand and just tighten it, and then we're just going to cut off the excess on the top. I decided to then add an extra cone because I had excess paper, so we're going to do the same thing, making a smaller cone and cutting off the excess on top. This was just a bonus one. There we go. We have a larger one and a small one. We are now going to take this notepad. It's about 6 inches long and is perfect. We're going to start rolling it around several times. Now this is the yarn that I picked and the color that I chose, but you can choose any color you want. I'm going to roll it around quite a few times and then grab an additional piece. We're going to remove it from the notepad, and then we're just going to tie it in the center with a simple knot. Essentially what we're creating is a large pom-pom. So once you tie it tightly in the center, we're just going to then cut off all the loops using my scissors. Then once I had all the loops cut off, we're just going to start giving it a haircut, and we're just going to remove any excess, creating a circle-like form. Once you have it in the shape you want, just add hot glue on the rim of your cone and then place the yarn ball right on top, just like that. I'm going to take this paint tray, it's about 4 inches long, and we're going to make a smaller yarn ball using this multicolor yarn. Same thing, I rolled it around several times, removed it, tied in the center, and then we're going to cut off open all the loops. And once again, we're going to shape it in a nice circle-like, and then once it's nicely cut and trimmed, we're going to hot glue it on top of the other yarn. I am now going to take the red pipe cleaner and we are going to just start rolling it around in a little circle. We're just creating a little ball. This is what's going to look like a little cherry on top of the ice cream. If you have a red pom-pom, you can use that as well, but I wanted to show you an alternative. So we're just going to keep rolling it around until we have a cute little ball just like that. We're going to add a little hot glue and just hot glue it right on top. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. Now we're going to do the same exact thing with the smaller cone. Again, this was a bonus one. We're going to take some blue yarn, do the same steps, tie it in the center, cut it off, shape it into a ball, hot glue it to the cone right like that. We're going to take this red yarn. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a smaller little yarn ball, wrapping it around the paint tray, tie it in the center, again, opening all the loops. And then we are going to shape it into a nice ball, and then we're going to hot glue it on top of the blue yarn. Now for this one, instead of using a pipe cleaner, I am going to use a pom-pom that I got at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use a yellow one, and we're just going to hot glue it on the top. And if you want to use your scissors to trim any of the yarn and just make it nice and round, however you want to do it is absolutely fine. How fun are these? Oh my word, you can make these in any color combination you want. What do you think of this one? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are going to take a paper roll. We're also going to use these yarn that are the blue one is from Dollar Tree, the white one is from Hobby Lobby. We're going to use a yellow and orange paper, as well as a pencil and a pair of scissors, and some googly eyes because we want to make this into little characters, and so pillow stuffing. You can also use cotton. The first thing we want to do is mark 1-inch pieces, and we're going to cut 2 of them. We're just going to use my scissors, but if you need to use kid-friendly scissors, you can do that as well. Once I had the 2 pieces, they should be in similar size, but it really doesn't matter. Then we're going to bring in the first yarn. This is the white one. It's nice and fluffy. We're going to cut 20-inch pieces. Looking back, I'm okay to cut 16 inches, so keep that in mind. I'm going to cut several pieces. I'm going to start with a few and then cut more as needed. I'm going to fold it in half, and then the side that is looped, I'm just going to put it right inside the hole, and then we are going to thread the ends right through the loop, just like you see there. Once you have them looped, you just want to tighten as needed. You don't have to have it too tight, but just enough to secure it in place. And then we're just going to repeat the process until the entire piece is covered. Alright, so we placed the last one, and now you should have a piece that looks something like this. Now, we do want to place all these strands right through the center to the other side. So just start pushing them. Don't worry about them being nicely straight. We can do that once they're on the other side. Push them through, and then with your fingers, just kind of make sure that they're nicely straight. And then once you have them where you want them, this is where you want to bring in either your cotton balls or your pillow stuffing. We're just going to start pressing some inside the opening. You don't have to do this part. I like doing it because it creates a nice curve on the top portion when we're tying everything together, and it'll make sense. So now that we have everything stuffed in there, we're just going to grab another piece of yarn and then create a nice cute little hat style. It looks like a little winter hat. Now we're going to give it a haircut, and we're just going to cut off any excess strands that you do not want. You can do as little or as much as you want. It's up to you. And now we have a cute little winter hat looking piece. Look how cute. All right, so we're going to do the same thing with the blue yarn, and we are going to do that. How magical, huh? And then we are going to just thread all of those pieces to the other side by pushing them in, just like we did with the white one. Once I have them where I want them, we're going to add more pillow stuffing. Again, you can use your cotton balls, and then we're going to tie it in the top with more yarn to create a cute little hat style. And then once again, we're just going to give it a haircut. We're just going to cut off any excess you may have. And now we have 2 cute little pieces. Oh my gosh. We're going to add the final touches. We're just going to add 2 googly eyes to the front. You can put them as together or as separate as you want. I'm using hot glue, but you can use any regular glue you have at home. I am now going to take the orange paper, and I am going to cut out a beak, which is just going to be in the shape of a triangle. We're going to hot glue it right there in the center, and look how cute it looks. We're going to do the same thing with the blue one, except we're going to take the yellow paper. Again, if you don't have different shades, that's okay. Use the same one. And that is just about this one. Oh my word. How stinking cute are these? You can make these in any color you want. Love the way they turned out, but what do you think? Let me know. I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later, and have fun crafting.